You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in a theater, the lights go down, the music swells up, and you see actors just flying across the stage. It feels like actual magic. Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain and see how the magic is really made. And trust me, it's an even crazier ride than you think.
I mean, what does it actually take? Because it's so much more than just a little singing and dancing. It's this epic journey with a massive team, some insane challenges, and a ton of seriously cool tech. So let's dive in. Where does a blockbuster show even begin?
Okay, so before a single actor even thinks about stepping on stage, you got to assemble the dream team. Seriously, think of it like the developers of a brand new video game. They're not just writing code, they are building an entire world from scratch, and every single person has their own critical mission. And this team has to be in perfect sync. You've got the director, who's kind of like the lead game designer with the big vision for everything. Then there's the composer and lyricist, who create the soundtrack and the story within the songs. The book writer scripts all the spoken dialogue that moves the plot forward. And of course, the choreographer designs all those awesome dance moves. They're in meetings constantly tweaking things. Like if the book writer changes one little plot point, boom, the composer might have to write a whole new song to match that vibe. It's this non-stop collaboration.
All right, so you've got your game plan. Now, you need the players. And this is where the casting process kicks off. It's basically the ultimate tryout. Imagine trying to go pro in a sport. The competition is absolutely fierce.
And I'm not exaggerating. For just a few roles in a big musical, you'll have hundreds of actors lining up to audition. The odds are insane, and you have to bring your absolute A game from the second you walk into that room.
So here's the deal. You can't just be good at one thing. Nope. In the musical world, you have to be a triple threat. That means you need an amazing singing voice, pro-level acting skills, and incredible dance moves. Plus, let's be real, it takes so much courage to just stand there and perform your heart out while the creative team is analyzing your every single move. So, once the cast is finally chosen, that's when the real work begins. This is the rehearsal period. It's literally the intense training montage from a movie, or that grind in a video game where you just gotta level up your skills before you face the final boss. And this is not some casual after-school thing. We are talking 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, for weeks and weeks. They usually start with the music, just drilling every single note until it's perfect. Then, they head into the dance studio to learn every step of the choreography. And all the while, the director's in there with them, helping them perfect their characters and every single line of dialogue. It is a non-stop, exhausting process. But something really cool happens during that intense grind. When you spend that much time working that hard with the same group of people, you get super close. The cast genuinely becomes like a family because they're all supporting each other through this massive challenge to create something amazing together. Now get this. While the actors are busy leveling up in the rehearsal hall, there's a completely different team working their own kind of magic behind the scenes. This is the tech crew, and they are literally building the entire world of the show piece by piece. So first up, you have the set designer. Think of them as the architect of the show's world. They use these super detailed drawings and little models to plan out everything, from giant towering castles to magical forests. And today, they're even using massive digital screens and projectors to create these breathtaking backgrounds that can literally transform in a second.
And this just shows the two different realities of a musical perfectly. Out front, where you're sitting, you see this flawless, magical show. But just a few feet away, hidden in the darkness backstage, there's a whole crew of stagehands, silently and quickly moving these enormous set pieces. It's like this secret, perfectly choreographed ballet happening just out of sight.
Speaking of backstage chaos, have you ever seen an actor run off stage and then reappear like 5 seconds later in a totally different outfit? That's called a quick change, and it's basically a Formula One pit stop. A team of dressers is waiting in the wings to literally rip one costume off and throw another one on, sometimes in under 30 seconds. It is wild. And it's not just about the set. Lighting designers use hundreds of computer-controlled lights to basically paint with light, creating the mood and telling you where to look. You've got sound engineers hiding tiny little microphones on every single actor so you can hear their quietest whisper over a huge orchestra. And then you have the special effects crew, the people making it rain indoors or sending actors soaring over the audience. All of this comes together during a crazy, intense period called Tech Week, where everyone finally works together to time every single cue down to the millisecond. Okay, the stage is set. The actors are ready. The audience is buzzing. The curtain is about to go up. So, who's actually running the show now? Is it the director, the star of the show? Well, the answer might surprise you.
Everybody meet the stage manager. This person is the show's ultimate mission controller. I mean, they're like a raid leader in a video game or the flight director at NASA. From a command center backstage with a bunch of monitors, they call out every single cue, every light change, every set move, every time an actor walks on stage. And if something goes wrong, they're the one who has to fix it on the fly instantly.
So really, their entire job is to make sure that your experience watching that show is absolutely perfect. They're the ones who make sure the performance you see on a rainy Tuesday night is just as incredible and flawless as the one on a packed Saturday night. All that magic and consistency, it's all in their hands.
And of course, we cannot forget the live soundtrack. Hidden down in what's called the pit, right in front of the stage, is a full orchestra. They're all watching a conductor who is watching the actors like a hawk, making sure every single note of music is perfectly in sync with the action. That live energy is what makes a musical feel so electric.
And they do all of this 8 times a week. For a really big hit show, this can go on for years. Some shows even pack that entire world up into a fleet of trucks and go on tour, rebuilding it from scratch in a new city every few weeks. The grind really never stops.
So there you have it, from just a tiny idea to a dream team of creators, from a brutal audition to an intense rehearsal, all the way to a live show run by a mission controller backstage. That's the journey of a musical. Now that you know what it really takes to build an entire world on a stage, what story would you tell?